What is good, y'all? We got a good one today, man. I'm about to dive into these topics. And since we got a lot to cover, I'm going to just hop right into it. So the NBA came out with the top 75 players list, right, for the 75th anniversary. And, all I got to say is, man, it's just getting disgusting at this point. It's just pitiful at this point, right? See, the reason why I hate these lists is that they never actually do it in the basketball way, right? The list is accurate for the most part, but there's so many players that should be on there that aren't on there, and there's a lot of players on the list that should not be on there, but they are on there. And that's because the people that are doing these rankings and these lists aren't even looking at the player's skill. They aren't looking at what they did on the court. They just looking at narratives, numbers, and accolades. I'm not saying that those things don't matter, but you can't just base the whole list, the whole 75-year history list on the paperwork, on accolades and accomplishments, because they don't tell the whole story. It is no way that these 6 players on my screen right now should not be on the NBA top 75 of all-time list. The eye test is more important than those accomplishments. They were still dominant in their era and still put up and still accomplish things in their era on top of their amazing skill and ability, right? Like, it just, see, I'm not trying to knock anybody that's on the list, right? So I'm not going to get disrespectful, but what I'm saying is this: how do you put Damian Lillard on the list, but then these guys don't make it? Or how do you put Damian Lillard on the list and Kyrie Irving doesn't make it? And I actually believe Dame should be on the list. I think they got him right. But they said that they don't have Kyrie on the list because he hasn't accomplished much outside of the championship in Cleveland with LeBron James, which, I mean, I thought that should be enough to put him on the list. Because he was a key role. He averaged almost 30 in that finals against the 73-9 team with Stephen Curry. So you take that and you combine it with the fact that he is the most skilled player ever. He's been like that since he's been in the league. He's been playing for 10 years now. What more do you need? I just want to know, what more do you need? So they said he couldn't be on the list for that, but they put Damian Lillard on there, and he hasn't won a championship, an MVP, a scoring title, none of that. Actually, I think he might have won a scoring title. I don't know. Kyrie was better earlier than Dame. See, I love Damian Lillard, but it's like they just being biased with some players. That's all I'm saying. The reason why most players just don't even know how to rank Kyrie is because they don't watch him play. They don't really know and understand his game, right? They always just downplay his game to just having handles like he just some type of random street ball player, right? They don't understand that he has a complete game. So what you have is a lot of guys that don't watch him play. So when they think about Kyrie Irving, they just think about that one shot with LeBron, because most of these guys are LeBron James fans, right? So when he was in Cleveland playing with Kyrie, everybody was just watching LeBron still. So they don't even really know that much about Kyrie Irving. And then obviously he left Cleveland, so they stopped really caring about him, and started talking shit about him. So nobody really breaks down his game. That's what's so frustrating. Because you can't break down his game and leave him off the list. That's why they don't want to talk about his game. They know that he's supposed to be on the list. I'm honestly not even surprised he didn't make the list though. I had a feeling they would, do the whole "what has he done without LeBron" thing. But you can't, you just got to shake your head at this point.
He ain't no top. Skip, okay. Stop.
Okay. Well, is he top 75?
No. Based on what? He hit a shot.
He hit a big shot.
He hit a shot. Now, Kyrie Irving has never been first-team All-NBA. He's never received a vote, not a first, second, third, or fifth-place vote. He's never been first team. He has 1 second team and 2 third teams. And basically, he's outside of LeBron James. What is Kyrie Irving? He hit a shot. He hit one shot.
He's Uncle Drew.
I get Skip.
Maybe the greatest handle I've ever seen.
No, that ain't
it's
enough.
Up there.
Skip,
it's up there.
Well, hell, put Skip to my Lou in there. Put Curly Neal in the top 75.
He was at the top.
Skip,
okay.
Stop it. Look, I get it. I get it. Guys are, Kyrie, and Kyrie has tremendous handle, but Kyrie's not a top 75 player. If you base it on his resume.
They don't even watch him play. Right? They don't even know how to describe his game. They literally think that all he does is dribble and lay the ball up. Just dribble between his legs, spin, do something real fancy, and just do a crazy layup. That's all they think about when they think about Kyrie. They don't understand the game of basketball the way they should. And that's fine. That is okay, right? Everybody's not going to know things like that. And these people are still good at their job. They just don't. They started to speak on things that they don't know. So you start to hear them get emotional, and you can hear the ignorance come out. You can hear the fanboy in them come out. You can hear, just their inability to break down the game, right? This is what the industry is missing. They don't know how to actually break down players' games, and this is why a lot of players don't get that credit, man, sadly. But like I said, man, it's fine. See, the Hoopers, this is why Andre Iguodala said that Kyrie Irving is top 20 all time easily. I agree with him because as a player, right, you understand how hard his game actually is. And Andre Iguodala has played a lot of high-level basketball against Kyrie Irving. So he's witnessed it up close and personal in the playoffs, in the finals, back-to-back years. So he knows what he's talking about as far as that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of players agree with him because it's just simple mathematics, right? When you look at his game. So this moves me into my next topic, right? How the Nets actually need Kyrie Irving, and they're going to be down bad without him. Because after watching those guys play, I feel like James Harden is going to start to decline pretty soon. And not decline all the way, right? I just think his athleticism is going down. His quickness is going down. So he's not attacking how he usually does. And I actually started noticing this last year, his first season on Brooklyn. He was passing the ball more because he had KD and Kyrie, but he was still, every time he would try to explode by somebody real quick. How Harden used to just blow by guys with a size up, he would rock him to sleep and then just blow right by him real quick. Every time he tried to do that last season, he would dribble back out because he couldn't really do it no more. Now you can talk about injuries. And yeah, I think injuries have something to do with it, but he's also a little heavier for his position, right? Shout out to Ball Don't Stop. I was watching the Ball Don't Stop podcast earlier, and he was talking about this, right? But yeah, so Harden is kind of losing a lot of that excuse me. He's losing a lot of that quickness, that sharpness. He still has see, the problem is he's taking a lot more step back threes now, like bad step back threes, right? He's resorting to that a lot, and those shots are really always a bad shot. Every time I see it, I'm like, bro, we needed something else. This is why Kyrie is so important. Now that they don't have Kyrie, they don't have that second they don't have that other 3-level scorer that is on the same level as KD as far as bucket getting, right? And the East is getting a little bit better. Chicago is looking wild right now. So, you know what I'm saying? And Milwaukee is still Milwaukee. So it's kind of looking a little scary for the scary hours right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like Harden is getting any younger. It's not like KD is getting any younger either. So unless they bring Kyrie back, they are in a whole lot of trouble, I believe. Because if they don't bring Kyrie back, that means he may go to Philly, which I'm still predicting. And if he goes to Philly, man, I think Philly can beat Brooklyn, which would be insane. You know what else is insane? If the Lakers traded Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving right now, the Lakers will win the championship easily. This is how good Kyrie Irving is, right? And people don't even understand it. People sleep on Kyrie when they don't even understand what he brings to a game. Like, Kyrie's game is so valuable to a basketball game that, like, he has this much power over the NBA right now. He doesn't even know it. If Brooklyn brings him back, they win the championship easily. If he goes to LA, they win the championship. And if he goes to Philly, they will contend for a championship. You know what I'm saying? Is why Russell Westbrook, like, this brings me to my last topic as far as Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is done. Russell Westbrook is done. You know, I respect. You know what I'm saying? I love what Russell Westbrook is done for the game. But Russell Westbrook is done. Now, he does start every season nowadays playing really terribly, so maybe I'm overreacting, which I do every season. But no, I know what I'm watching, man. I know what's going on in this situation. Russell Westbrook has never sharpened his handle, right? He's never sharpened his ball handling skills. So when he's running full speed now, because he doesn't have the same quickness from his prime years and the same athleticism, he's losing the ball a lot. And he never worked on his overall feel for the game. He never worked on his in-between game. He never worked on catch and shoot threes. He never worked on just developing like a fluid, like, post game or triple threat game. He just relied on the fact that he was faster and more athletic than everybody else. So it was working. But you would see it, you know, kind of crumble down sometimes when they blew that 3-1 lead against Golden State. Go back and watch that game. He got costly turnovers because he doesn't really have that much of a feel for the game and a high basketball IQ, right? It's going to cost the Lakers, right? The Lakers are going to be mad at Russ all year because he can't play the highest level basketball because of his lack of skill set. Carmelo Anthony is better than him. All time and right now. You know what I'm saying? I love Russell Westbrook, though. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is right now, right? Because he's getting older. It just is what it is. They're going to regret signing him. I hope they don't trade him for Kyrie, because then they're going to say that Kyrie didn't win anything without LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just how the media does things, man. You got to understand that when you're watching these basketball games. So there you have it, man. Kyrie Irving is the biggest snub of the NBA top 75 list. They don't know what they're talking about. How do you leave Vince and T-Mac off, man? Let alone Derrick Rose, Dwight Howard, and Kyrie Irving. And Paul George, by the way, which I didn't even get a chance to talk about. But we already know about Paul George, right? The Nets need Kyrie Irving, man. James Harden is close to falling off, and Russell Westbrook is done. All right, it's crunch time. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We out here getting better every day.